Chapter 15, Shadow Slave. Prepare for appraisal. Sunny found himself suspended between dream and reality, an endless black void, illuminated by a myriad of stars. Between them stretched countless threads of silver light, woven into a vast, intricate web that formed nexuses and constellations more beautiful than anything he had ever seen. Somehow, he instinctively understood that he was witnessing the inner workings of the nightmare spell. The pattern looked eerily like a cosmic neural network. That made him wonder, was the spell alive? It was a question humanity had pondered for decades. The prevailing theory was that the spell was neither alive nor dead. Not sentient, yet not mindless either. It was more of a function than a being. But Sunny wasn't in the mood for philosophy. He was eagerly awaiting his reward. The spell continued to evaluate his performance. However, the first boon had nothing to do with that. You have received a memory. Puppeteer's Shroud. Yes, Sunny was ecstatic. He nearly danced in the void. The Puppeteer's Shroud was a memory belonging to the Mountain King, an awakened tyrant, meaning the memory was of awakened rank. That kind of luck was unheard of. There were 7 ranks to everything governed by the spell. For humans and memories: dormant, awakened, ascended, transcendent, supreme, sacred, and divine. For nightmare creatures: dormant, awakened, fallen, corrupted, great, cursed, and unholy. Currently, Sunny was still a dormant human. Having a memory above his rank would be a game-changer once he entered the dream realm. The power gap between ranks was massive. He wanted to inspect the Puppeteer's Shroud, but the spell was not finished. Here in the void, its voice didn't feel subtle or whispery anymore. It was as though the universe itself was speaking. Sunny held his breath. Aspirant, your trial is over. A nameless slave ascended the Black Mountain. Both heroes and monsters fell by his hand. Unbroken, he entered the ruined temple of a long-forgotten god and spilled his blood on the sacred altar. The gods were dead, and yet they listened. You have defeated a dormant beast, Mountain King's larva. You have defeated 3 dormant humans, names unknown. You have defeated an awakened human, Oro of the Nine. You have defeated an awakened tyrant, Mountain King. You have received the Shadow God's blessing. You have achieved the impossible. Final appraisal. Glorious. Your treachery truly knows no bounds. That last part, a little unnecessary, but Sunny couldn't deny it. He was pleased. His odds of evolving his aspect into an awakened, or even ascended one, were looking very good. The rank of his soul core would remain dormant for now, but a powerful aspect could push his potential sky high. Dreamer Sunless, receive your boon. He wasn't an aspirant anymore. Sunny grinned. You have been bestowed a true name, Lost from Light. His jaw dropped. A true name. In his first nightmare, saints themselves couldn't boast of such a feat. He was now elite, a certified prodigy. He was going to be rich, and yet the rewards weren't over. Your aspect is ready to evolve. Evolve aspect. What kind of question is that? Sunny crossed his fingers and gave his answer. Yes, dormant aspect temple slave is evolving. New aspect acquired. Aspect rank, divine. Sunny fell over. Aspect name, Shadow Slave. Divine. It's divine. He knelt, completely stunned. For a moment, he lost control of his limbs from the sheer shock. He rubbed his eyes. Yes, he was still conscious, technically asleep inside the underground vault of the police station. But this was real. With shaking fingers, he summoned his runes and stared at his status. Aspect, Shadow Slave. Aspect rank, divine. Aspect description. You are a miraculous shadow left behind by a dead god. As a divine shadow, you possess strange and wondrous powers. However, your existence is empty and lonesome. You mourn the passing of your former master and long to find a new one. Innate ability, Shadow Bond. Ability description. Find a worthy master and let them know your true name. Once they recite it aloud, you will be bound to their will, unable to disobey any command. It is improper for a shadow, let alone a divine one, to walk unbound. Sunny's heart pounded. He had done it. A divine aspect. Unbelievable. Even ascended aspects were rare. People who possessed them were fought over by factions. Factions themselves were built around those few with transcendent or supreme aspects. And divine? That was myth. No one had ever seen one before. Not in real life. Now he had one. Sunny grinned, nearly losing his mind with joy. But there was a complication. That weird innate ability. There was no way in hell he'd become someone's magical slave, bound to follow their every command. Absolutely not. Luckily, the solution was simple. He just had to never reveal his true name. No one could see his status but him. As long as he kept his mouth shut, no one would ever know he had a true name at all. Sure, it meant forfeiting all the benefits of being publicly recognized as a bearer of a true name, but who cared? He had a divine aspect. Not a problem, Sunny thought smugly. If the spell could laugh, it probably would have. Instead, it continued. The first seal is broken. Awakening dormant powers.